So far from the corrupt, maddening crowd, their simple lives focused on what peaceful virtue and quiet labor protected them. And quiet labor, this protected them from the anxieties and guilt often associated with the supreme ambition and what? Power. Yes, people believe that power or quest for power, quest for what? Wealth can make someone soil their hands. But for those villagers that lived a very simple life, they were protected from what? Those kind of atrocities. So that's their own what? Benefits. Anyway, we are just talking about what the poet is somehow saying here. That poverty has its own what? Advantage. When you are poor, you just live a very simple, quiet life, very far away from, is it funny? Very far away from those that are being intoxicated by power, overambitious to make money, and you see them involving in different kinds of crime. Those villagers couldn't get themselves involved in that. From stanza 20 to 23, we have there the desire to be remembered. The speaker observes that even these poor graves are marked with what? Crude, rustic headstones and biblical quotes. You remember at the opening of the poem, we found out that the speaker was what? In a graveyard, surveying what? Different moons, that is different graves there. So the poet also noticed, or the speaker also noticed, that even those graves of those poor ancestors were marked with what? Crude, rustic headstones, and biblical quotes. Something was carved. Things were carved on the stones, placed on their what? On their graves, and biblical quotes were there. He reflects on the universal human desire. No matter how obscure and impoverished, everyone longs to be what? Remembered after what? Death. So from stanza 20 to 23 draws our attentions to what? The desire that both the rich and the poor desire to be what? To be remembered when they what? They died. And those graves there of those poor villagers, there were rustic what? Headstones placed on their graves with what? Some biblical quotes. Unlike those rich ones, you have expensive monuments and whatever on their distance. Okay, everyone longs to be what? To be remembered after death. The thought of